Good morning, students. Welcome to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. I am Maunika. So, in the last sessions we have discussed about basics of computers, operating systems, and Microsoft Word document, Microsoft Excel document, and Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. So, in this session I am going to talk about C language. What is C language and where we got the C language. So, let us see. So, we are going to discuss about basics of C programming. So, for using this C programming, you should have a basic concepts regarding computer and as well as the input and output devices that we have explained in basics of computers. So, next. So, basic concepts of C language. We are going to learn the basic concepts regarding the C language. Why we use C language and what is the use of C language. From 50 years old, we are using a C language. So, we can use different languages instead of C. But only we are using C because it has a flexibility and we can give our information, our coding in C language in a perfect manner, in a good presentation manner. So, it is very flexible. So, we are using that C language past from 50 years. So, we are going to learn about C language. So, next, what is the C language? So, C is a procedural programming language. It means it maintains a procedure. So, the language which we are using for giving our programs or the coding, the programming level, it will be in a procedure. The C, first basics of C is it will give a procedure for programming language. So, it was initially developed by Dennis Ritchie. So, the origin of C is from different concepts, but the traditional C is developed by Dennis Ritchie in the year of 1972. So, it was mainly developed as a system programming language. As I said, it is flexible and we can give our programming language in this particular C language very flexibly, and for that purpose we have designed this programming language. So, to write an operating system. So, it was developed at Bell Laboratories. So, you can observe here, children, the main concepts. So, first one is, it is a procedural. So, you can observe here, it is a procedural language and it is developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972. So, where it had been developed at Bell Laboratories. You are having an information what is C. So, is a procedural language or normal language, you can observe here, and it was developed by Dennis Ritchie in the 1972 year, and it is developed as a system programming language to write an operating system. So, it is basically developed to give a system programming. So, to program, so in a systematic format or in a procedural format it was developed, and it was developed at Bell Laboratories. So, the main features of C language include, so what are the main features of C language? So, they includes low level access to the memory. It means it gives a low level of access. It can give a low level of access to the memory, and it is a simple set of keywords. So, in C we are having a simple set of keywords to give the information. And clean style. These features make C language suitable for system programmings like an operating systems or compiler development. What it means? So, the main and the most important features of C language is based on giving, it's including low level access to the memory and a simple set of keywords. We can use simple set of keywords to give instructions in the C language. And a clean style. It's having a different style and which is very clean. So these features make C language suitable for system programming. So why we are using this particularly C language for systems or for operating systems? Because these are the different features which give flexibility to use C language particularly. So here also you can observe you are having three different concepts to learn. It is a low level access of memory it's containing, and a simple set of keywords, it's the second point, and it's having a clean style. So these features make C language suitable for system programming like an operating system or compiler development. Next, so many later languages have borrowed syntax features directly or indirectly from C language. So it's the basic concept which can give the syntax and the features to other languages. So you can observe here many later languages. That means after C language we are adopted different types of languages. So for that languages, the syntax or the features are directly or indirectly from C languages. So they are borrowed. It means features. Let us assume that we are having different types of features. Each human being having different types of features. So they can be borrowed. It means you can observe a person, their standing or their position, their movement, you can observe and you can do the same thing by observing them. So in the same way, which factor or which features you want, you can transform from another one to your. So in the same way, many other languages, so they transferred or borrowed the syntax features directly or indirectly. It may be direct or indirectly some other version they borrowed from C languages. So like syntax of Java, PHP, JavaScript and many other languages are mainly based on C language. So what are other languages we had discussed earlier is they borrowed the syntax from Java, like a C to Java, PHP, JavaScript and many other languages are mainly based on C language. So it's the founder of different languages. So the C language is the founder or it's a required position. It's having a required position to develop other languages. And next, so C++ is nearly a superset of C language. So C++ is another concept or it's another programming language. It is a superset. It means it's combinedly equal to the C language. So there are few programs that may compile in C but not in C++. So this is the variation you can observe in a C programming language. So why we use C is it's having a better efficiency to perform all the programming and it can handle other programs which is developed in a different programming languages. So it's having that capability to adopt all other programming languages. So he is Dennis Ritchie. So you can observe he is the one who developed C language. So in 1972 he developed the C language at Bell Laboratories. For next, let us see history of C. So what is the history of C? Till now we discussed what is C actually. So what it is used for and why we only use the C language. We can use different languages, but why we are using only the C from past 50 years. So for that I gave an explanation. So the C language is flexible and it has a capability of performing the programming of different languages like Java, C++, and C++ is also very near to the C. So the features, major features are combined. Only minor features may differ for compared to C and C++. Next, history of C. So how we got the C language? So let us check into the history. So in 1960, Algol. So it was approved by international group. So ALGOL is one of the programming language. It's the C. For getting C, we are having 3 more stages before. So these are the stages we are discussing. And in 1967, BCPL. So it was developed by Martin Richards. And next in 1970, B. It's a language actually. So these are the languages. So it was developed by Ken Thompson. In 1972, it is named as traditional C or C, which was developed by Dennis Ritchie. And 1978, it was going on developing and developing. So new or other new features can be involved in this particular language. K and R C. So Kernighan and Ritchie. And next 1989, ANSI C. So it was developed by ANSI committee. In 1999, C99. It's another language developed from ALGOL. So it is C99 approved by standard committee, and 2011 we got C11, that is standard committee. It was also developed by standard committee. So in depth, let us check. So what it makes a difference. So we have got C language. Again, why we are developing that C language into depth. So you can develop until the end because you want more features to be developed and performed in your programming language. For occurring that, we are going to develop the language continuously until 2011. Next, so let us see the history of programming. So what is the history of programming? So the root of all modern languages is ALGOL. So you can have a look here, children. The root or the upper path for the programming language is ALGOL. So it is known as the root of all modern languages. So introduced in 1960s. So ALGOL uses a structured programming. So why it is used or why it is developed to give a programming? Because it is in a structured format. It gives a structured programming to the developer or the user. And ALGOL is popular in Europe. So the main route or the main developed path is ALGOL in the Europe. Next. So in 1967, Martin Richards developed a language called BCPL. It is Basic Combined Programming Language. So what it means? BCPL is Basic Combined Programming Language. Means it is a combination of ALGOL and other features which are developed and introduced in this BCPL. So primarily BCPL is developed for system software. So why it is developed? So we can use ALGOL language, but it is developed because it can be used by systems. So the system software is primarily used BCPL. In 1970, Ken Thompson created a new language called B. So after this BCPL, it was going on development and some more features may add, and we got in 1970 the language called B. Next, so this B is created for Unix OS at Bell Laboratories. This B is also developed at Bell Laboratories and it is mainly used for Unix. So both BCPL and B were typeless languages. Next, let us discuss about ALGOL. So you can observe here. So we are having ALGOL, BCPL, B, C, so K and RC, ANSI C, C99, C11. So after implementing different programming steps or features in these particular levels, we got a perfect programming language to give a perfect output. So ALGOL. So ALGOL was originally invented in the late 1950s to 1960s. It was invented in 1950 to 1960 between by a joint committee of American and European computer scientists. So from where we have developed this ALGOL? It was developed from the committee of American and European. So computer scientists have developed this algal language and meeting in the Zurich. So after combination of these Americans and Europeans who are the computer scientists, after meeting in Zurich, they developed this algal. So their work was released as the language now known as algal 58. So after this combination, they worked out and they gave the name as algal 58 for the users. Second release by the group known as algal 60, and they again developed the algal 58 and they gave it as algal 60. So in 1960 this algal 60 came out into existence. So it became the standard version of the language is common use. So now we are using, or in 1960 they are using this language as algal 60. It means it came into existence in 1960 year. Next, BCPL. So BCPL was first implemented by Martin Richards, so of the University of Cambridge in 1967. So he was the one who implemented this BCPL language in the university, who is regarding to this University of Cambridge in 1967. BCPL was a response to difficulties with its predecessor. So this BCPL is another version, another developed version of algal 60, and Cambridge Programming Language later renamed it as Combined Programming Language, that is CPL. So earlier it was named as Cambridge Programming Language, and later it was renamed and given as Combined Programming Language because it is a combination of algal and the developed new version which is known as BCPL, so which was designed during the early 1960s. So in 1960s this implementation had gone through and we had got the language named as BCPL. Next, in 1971 Ritchie made some modifications so in 1971 Ritchie made some modifications to the language, while most prominently adding data typing for variables and changing its compiler to the processor mission code. What it means. So in 1971 Ritchie made some modifications to the BCPL language. So he modified the language and he added data typing for variables and changing its compiler to produce machine code. So he developed the features in the BCPL. He added some data types to that variables and he added compiler to produce mission code in that particular language. So in 1972 the B language evolved into New B. So from algal to BCPL and BCPL to B. So it is named as earlier New B. So NB it's short form, and then C. So after developing this B language, it was named as New B, and again developing the features, it named as C. So the B programming language is almost obsolete, having been supplanted by the C language. It's almost equal to the C language and it is also named as C language. So why we use the C language, I am explaining now. C language is one of the most popular programming languages which are able to make low level applications like device drivers, operating systems, firmware, etc. So why we are using this C language regularly? So we should have a cause now. So the main features of C programming language to implement still now is it is very popular programming language. It had been around from 1950s to till now. So it is very popular in programming languages. which are able to make low level applications. Even in a low level platform also we can use this C language to give a programming. So low level applications like device drivers, operating systems and firmware, etc. For continue giving this operating systems and low level applications, we are using this C language as a higher, by giving a higher priority. So we are using still now the C language. So etc. Along with the high level applications like desktop applications, C language is much popular for embedded systems programming. So due to its flexibility, as I said, C language is most flexible. So still now we are using this C language because based on its flexibility. So it is the one of the most popular language we are using. Why not we use different languages like Java, PHP, etc., C++, etc. Even though using that, we are using the C language because it's having a flexibility of giving the programming. So we can include more and more code and we can implement it on our desktop. So for that process, we won't leave C language and we are giving that C language as a highest priority. Next. So what is C basically? What is C? C is a programming language developed at AT&T's Bell Laboratories at USA in 1972. As I had addressed, it was developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972 at Bell Laboratories and designed and written by Dennis Ritchie. So it is popular because it is easy to use, memory convenient and simple to use. The most important features which C carries is it is very popular and it is very efficient in memory maintaining and it is simple to use. To be able to learn higher level languages like C++, Java, you must have the knowledge of C. So without C language, without C programming language knowledge, you can't give an attempt to Java, C++ or etc. So the main root, so the main foundation for our programming languages is C. So it was supposed to be the origin from a basic level language called as B. So we had discussed about the history of C and it is the basic origin for C language is ALGOL. And the normal we get C from B. So this language survived from 3 decades. As I said, it's a past 50 years language we are using still now because based on the flexibility and the programming efficiency we are getting from our C language. So let us discuss, children, what we had discussed from earlier. So C is a procedural programming language. So as I conveyed, it was developed by Dennis Ritchie in the year of 1972 at Bell Laboratories. Next, the main features of C language include, as I said, it is applicable to all other devices because it's having a low level access of memory and simple set of keywords. We can use simple set of keywords to give the instructions for the programming, the code level, and it's a clean style. So these features make C language suitable for systems programming. So it's basically used for operating systems to give the programming efficiency. Next, so most of the or many of the languages had borrowed the syntax and features from this C because it is that much efficient to give a programming platform to the users. Next, he is Dennis Ritchie, we have discussed, and this is the history of C. So here you can observe that we are having different types of levels, different levels of the development of our C language, that is our traditional C language. Here you can observe it, the base or the first root for the C language is ALGOL, and After that we had came into the existence as BCPL, and from BCPL, including some other features and development, we got B language. From B language we had obtained the traditional C. So C is also named as traditional C, or C. So C is named as traditional C or C, and from C we had got K and R C, and from that we had developed ANSI C, and from ANSI committee again in 1999 we have developed C99. From C99, after many years we got a development in our standard by using our standard committee, so it is C11. So these are the different types of C levels we have got from our C language. It is in the format of history of C, and you can observe here we are having a discussion of Algol. So it is very popular in European. So in European countries they started to use the C language. After that we came into the existence to use this particular programming language. So we can observe here we are having a basic combined programming language, that is BCPL, how it is developed and who developed it, and we are having a developments and the years and where we have developed these particular languages from Algol to C. So this is the history of C, children. So in the next session I am going to explain about the features of C. So don't miss it. Just have a look. If you are having any doubts, please let me know and I will be explaining you personally. So don't neglect. C is a important language you should learn, and it will be helpful to you in later. So thank you for bearing, children. Thank you.